they had done so without following the due process of law, and suggesting that if they had not followed the due process of law, they have therefore acted unlawfully. Honorable Venaani has done this either in error of judgment of what the law requires that he was referring to. It is also not clear what law he was referring to, because there is no specific piece of legislation called the Namibian or the Air Namibia Act or something. What we have, though, that governs the management of Air Namibia and the consequences of any decisions that we take would be the Public Enterprise Governance Act 1 of 2019. Now, if we understood what the role of the legislature is, which is properly spelled out in Article 44 of the Namibian Constitution and Article 63 of the Namibian Constitution. Both those provisions are important for understanding the conception of the separation of powers. Now, under Article 44 of the Constitution, and I'm coming to the Public Enterprise Governance Act in a minute, but I wanted to clarify that the legislature has a primary responsibility. I'm raising this to the move and referring to the move of the motion because everyone else had then latched on to the fact that the minister and therefore cabinet had a responsibility to consult the National Assembly. I think that's a complete misunderstanding, misinterpretation of what the roles are between these two state organs, the executive and the legislature. But be that as it may, assuming that this erroneous impression was simply because there was no clear understanding of how PEGA works, one would have accepted that the honorable member would have taken the time, seeing that he was basing his argument on something as important as a piece of legislation, that he would have taken the time to actually look at what PEGA requires. Now, so what I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, is that up to this point, including the time that the Honorable Venaani had actually raised the issue, through what I also consider a backdoor way of bringing such an important issue without a proper notice, providing us with enough scope and time to prepare for a proper debate on this particular issue. He had, I believe, misled the public